Hi everyone. In today's lecture, I'll make critical analysis of Chekhov's The Cherry Orchard. In The Cherry Orchard, Chekhov intricately weaves themes of nostalgia, social change, and the passage of time into the fabric of the characters' interactions and their surroundings. The cold May day sets a stark contrast to the warmth of memories, illustrating the tension between the past and the present. Lady Ravinskaya is a figure of aristocracy, returning to her childhood home, which simultaneously evokes nostalgia and the inevitability of change. Her adopted daughter, Baraya, represents the younger generation grappling with the realities of their family's decline, while Lepakin, the wealthy merchant, embodies the new social order that is emerging as the old aristocracy crumbles. Lepakin's recollection of Ravinskaya's kindness highlights the personal connections that transcend class differences, yet it also foreshadows the impending conflict over the state. His status as a former peasant who has risen to wealth contrasts sharply with Ravinskaya's noble lineage, emphasizing the shifting societal landscape of Russian at the time. As the characters gather in the nursery, which symbolizes both childhood and lost innocence, their conversations reveal a mix of anticipation, longing, and anxiety about the future. Dunyasha and Yapikoda contribute to the dynamics of the serving class, reflecting their own aspirations and struggles within the larger context of Ravinskaya's family. Overall, the opening scene effectively sets the stage for the unfolding drama, where the themes of memory, loss, and the clash between old and new will play a crucial role in the narrative. The cherry orchard itself becomes a powerful symbol of beauty and transience, representing both the past joys and the challenges that lie ahead for the characters. Various servants gather one day in a meadow near the cherry orchard. Then Ravenskaya, Gayev, and Lopatin arrive talking about the fate of the cherry orchard. She and Gayev refuse to leave the land to build cottages for summer people because it is too vulgar. Lopatin is frustrated to distraction because he knows this plan is the only way to save the orchard. In this scene from Anton Chekhov's play, The Cherry Orchard, we see a clash of ideologies regarding the future of the state and the cherished cherry orchard itself. The characters of Lyuba Ravinskaya, her brother Leonid Gayev, and Yermolai Lopakin represent different perspectives on progress, tradition, and practicality. Lyuba and Gaev are deeply attached to the cherry orchard, which symbolizes their family's history and the beauty of nature. Their resistance to the idea of leasing the land for summer cottages highlights their romantic view of the orchard as a cultural and emotional legacy. They perceive the proposal as vulgar and a degradation of their heritage, betraying the beauty and tranquility that the orchard represents to them. On the other hand, Lopakin embodies the rising capitalist spirit of the time. As a businessman and son of a peasant, he understands the economic realities of their situation. He recognizes that the only viable solution to save the orchard and prevent its sale at auction is to develop the property for commercial use. This frustrates him to no end, as he is caught between his respect for Lyuba and Gayiv and his awareness that their refusal to adapt could lead to the loss of the cherry altogether. In August, the group attends a dance at Ravinskaya State on the day of the auction to sell the cherry orchard. Everyone dances, but there is anxiety in the air about the auction. Varya weeps quietly, and Ravinskaya is anxious that Gaev and Lopakin have been at the auction for so long. The tension in this scene illustrates the broader theme of change, the conflict between tradition and modernization, and the inevitability of new societal structures emerging. Chekhov masterfully conveys the emotional weight of the character's attachment to the past, juxtaposed with the practical demands of their present reality. Gaib and Lopakin finally arrive. Gaib is unable to speak through his tears, but Lopakin announces that he himself has bought the state. Ravinskaya is overcome with emotion as Lopakin expresses his joy and disbelief that he now owns the state, where his father and grandfather were slaves. He can't wait to start chopping down the cherry orchard. Lopakin calms down and, through tears, reproaches Ravinskaya for not acting to save the orchard. She is left alone weeping bitterly. Anya and Trofimov return, and Anya tries to comfort her mother. Trofimov listens as Anya paints a picture of a hopeful future. This excerpt captures a poignant moment from Anton Chekhov's play, The Cherry Orchard. In this scene, the deep emotional currents flow as characters confront their past and the changes brought by the present. Lopakin's triumph in acquiring the state marks a significant turning point in the play, symbolizing the shift from the old aristocratic order to a new era defined by entrepreneurial spirit. His reaction underscores the complexities of his relationship with the state, is both a personal victory and a reminder of the oppressive history faced by the family. Rimskaya despair reflects the sense of loss and nostalgia tied to the cherry orchard, which serves as a symbol of her family's heritage and the transient beauty of life. Her inability to save the orchard encapsulates a broader theme in the play, the struggle between preserving the past and facing an inevitable future. In the cherry orchard, Chekhov intricately weaves themes of nostalgia, social change, and the passage of time into the fabric of the characters' interactions and their surroundings. The cold May day sets a stark contrast to the warmth of memories, illustrating the tension between the past and the present. Anya's attempt to comfort her mother and Trofimov's role as the pragmatic voice of hope highlights the tension between despair and optimism. As Anya envisions a future beyond the loss of the orchard, it suggests that change, albeit painful, can lead to new beginnings. This scene poignantly captures the emotional weight of change, the pain of loss, and the flickering hope that persists even in moments of great sorrow. The play has provided a thoughtful analysis of Anton Chekhov's The Cherry Orchard, highlighting its exploration of cultural conflict during a pivotal moment in Russian history. The play indeed encapsulates the societal shift of the early 20th century, reflecting the tensions between the old aristocratic values and the emerging capitalistic ethos. In the cherry orchard, the orchard itself symbolizes not only the beauty of the past, but also the weight of the traditions that characters struggle to adapt to a rapidly changing world. The characters like Lyuba Rabinskaya, who clings to the memories associated with the orchard, and Lopakhin, who represents the new commercial class, embody these conflict ideologies. Lyuba embodies the conservatorship of the old nobility, lamenting the loss of a way of life tied to heritage and beauty. In contrast, Lopakhin, who has risen from peasant origins to wealth, embodies the capitalist spirit, advocating for the sale of the orchard to ensure financial stability. This stark divide between the characters not only illustrates individual social levels, but also serves as a metaphor for the broader societal transformation occurring in Russia at the time. The conflict is further complicated by the perspectives of other characters like Dunyasha and Trofimov, who bring additional layers of desire, aspiration, and frustration. to the narrative. While some characters strive to hold on to the past, others look toward a future defined by change and opportunity, leading to a rich tapestry of human experience and emotion. Being with a brief summary of the play, highlighting its central themes such as the passage of time, the social changes taking place in Russia, and the emotional weight of loss, discuss the characters, particularly Ravinskaya, Lopakhin, and Trofimov, and how their interactions embody the play's key concepts, emphasize the play's nuanced exploration of nostalgia versus progress, and how this sets the stage for the subsequent analysis. Culture and change, this is another theme in the play. Provide a historical context for the play by examining late 19th and early 20th century Russia. Discuss the socioeconomic shifts, including the rise of the bourgeois and the decline of the aristocracy. Highlight the impact of the 1861 emancipation reform, which freed the serfs and significantly altered the social landscape. This background is essential for understanding the cultural conflicts and motivations of the characters within the play, The Cherry Orchard. Conflict through constructing methods. Illustrate the opposing viewpoints and desire of the characters, especially between the traditional aristocratic values represented by Ravinskaya and the new capitalist perspectives embodied by Lopakhin. Analyze specific scenes that showcase these conflicts, such as discussions about the sale of the estate, the tension between moving forward and clinging to the past in fundamental, and can serve to depict the broader social upheaval of the era. Symbolic meaning in The Cherry Orchard. Now let us talk about the symbolic meaning of the play. Delve into the symbolism of the cherry orchard itself, examining how it represents beauty, memory, and the inevitable changes brought by time. Discuss other symbolic elements, such as the characters' relationships with money and property, which reflect their personal conflicts and societal roles. Highlight how these symbols amplify the over the overall conflicts within the play, serving as a microcosm of the changing Russian landscape. Prospective development of characters in The Cherry Orchard. Conclude with an analysis of how the characters evolve or fail to evolve, maybe, throughout the play, particularly in light of the changes surrounding them. Discuss how their initial attitudes and actions inform their eventual fates, with Ravinskaya clinging to the past while Lopakhin embraces the future. Consider the implications of these developments for understanding the broader societal shifts in modern Russia. And what they suggest about human adaptability in times of change. By following this structure, we have offered a comprehensive examination of the cherry orchard, illustrating how Chekhov's work mirrors the profound transformations occurring in Russian society at the time. Thank you for listening and see you next lecture.